How dark it is now. Ah, can you even see? I might have to bring over the light. I was using it for the photos and I didn't want to move it. There we go. Let's share the info. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna get the other light. It just makes it easier.
I love you.
What? What's up, Phoenix? Putting another light on. Give me 1 second. Want the puzzles to look good. If I can remember how I did it. Yeah, that'll work. I don't care. Maybe it won't work. Who knows? My stream is the only place where you'll get Keanu Reeves love. It's an exclusive arrangement. Let's go up. There's that. We can turn that way now. Oh. And I think it's time. Breath of the Wild. I mean, we can play some if you want to see. I'm just fixing this stream real quick. I don't know why this camera's being weird. Anyhow. Well, that makes a big difference. You gotta keep your shit tight. Breath of the Wild. I was actually going to share with y'all last night. I have 25 hearts. My stamina is maxed. And, hold on, I'm still fixing shit. Everything got fucked up. So let me close these. Come on, bro. It's just a little high, huh? All right. Yeah, I got 25 hearts. I have a full stamina wheel, all three. And I have the Master Sword. I don't have any super fancy armors yet. I have like the Knight's armor, I think it is. And there we go. I have the Knight's armor. I was going for the Royal Guard armor. Oh, I also have the horse EX stuff. So I can do 5 whips on my horse, and I can teleport it anywhere, which didn't really truly work until I unlocked the entire map. So that's kind of how I am with these Far Cry type of games, you know, because honestly, that's what the new Zeldas are. It's basically like Far Cry, Dark Souls together. So a little Elden Ring maybe, but not really. But yeah, the I think I beat the first Divine Beast. I think. I know I did all the arrow shit. You know, I beat it. We had to go inside of it, so I don't know if I completed the inside of it yet. Like I was saying, is I have this bad habit, or maybe it's a good one, of where I get these, you know, big open world games. Sorry, this was necessary. Oh my god. Probably should have planned that better. Yeah, I get these big open world games. And what I'll do is I'll go unlock the map first. You know, like I want to be able to see everything around, not be clueless on where I need to go if I hear like a clue or something. And then I grinded out the hearts because I kept getting one-shotted by the ancient things when I was trying to unlock all the map. So that was a pain in the ass. So I went ahead and unlocked the map. What else did I do? Got my health up to 25 hearts, full stamina. Got I'm so tired of the puzzles and the runes. The Master Sword, and then I think I beat the first Divine Beast. Technically, I could go fight Ganon now, I think, but I'm not gonna. So I'll do each of the beasts, and then I'll go. I'm not trying to spend a ton of time on it, because I'm only doing this to play tiers. But I did pick up Skyward Sword. And since it's the first Zelda, and I thought about playing it, it's so damn ugly. And you have to hold a button down to use the right joystick to turn the camera. Which I'm like, you could have at least changed that. Like, you didn't have to have that. Let me grab some puzzles. Ugly and annoying the whole way through. Yeah, I mean, it's just got some weird character designs, and it just seems like it was one of the main entries. So I can't, like, I understand that almost all of them are a main entry and that they're all their own story. But that one at least tells how Hyrule was established. It sets up the true, like, lore of Link and Zelda, and they create Hyrule. So it's the fuck is that? It's the start of everything. Let's make it all fit. Did you complete that one? You mean this one right here? I had 2, believe it or not. Wow, we gotta tighten this thing. Something's up with that. I just gotta stop touching it. There we go. It keeps shifting. It's pissing me off. Yeah, this one. I'm realizing that I need to move my face. Hold on. smashed a bunch of keys at once. Yeah. Everything's reversed. So it's hard for me to figure out how to squeeze this all together. There. Yeah, this bad boy right here. It's unique. I got it because of the whole WADA craze, you know? Everybody wanting to do the Japanese dexterity mazes. And to be fair, there's only really one WADA that's really like, you know, a must have, and that's that one with like the lily pads and shit, and it's bigger and wide. I'm thinking, have been thinking about on the side, getting a bunch of popsicle sticks, some glue, some marbles, and maybe some just like raw wooden blocks, and then just like dicking around in a wooden or even a cardboard box diorama, just trying to create one of these things using Dex. It was funny because Nick Baxter, he invoked PT on me, and he was like, well, you know, he's been making dexterity bottles and you've got a long road ahead of you. And I was like, I'm sorry to have to do this to you, Nick, but I am a former professional magician, like top tier Vegas magician that also invented magic for magicians. So like my dexterity is on a level of like a surgeon. Fuck a puzzle. I don't do dexterity puzzles because they're like a joke to me. But this one I knew wouldn't be because of the sliding blocks and solving the maze. I would say in the process of trying to figure out how to get that there, I'm about halfway through. I should have done better with this in the sense of that whole bad deal. So I get one that literally has like, oh shit. The fuck can you see? This much of the corner just gone. And it's not like broken off like, you know, mailing might have done it. It was gone and sanded down. And for the $600, $550 that I paid for it, I wasn't having that. And Nick got involved for me. Why am I so exposed here? Jesus Christ. So, well, not involved. He just, you know, he spoke to both people. So I didn't have to be me. Because here's the thing, like I say me, but let's be real here. If more people acted like me about things, less people would get fucked over. Let's just keep it real. I'm not a paranoid. I can see, you know, fuckery at play, you know? So, but anyways, that worked out. But then I noticed that the one I got from Crypto up here in the top left corner, the acrylic's broken behind the screw. It's just cracked. I mean, it's nothing. And I could probably get it replaced. And honestly, I may even get it replaced. God damn it. Get it replaced without all this bullshit on the face. Like, this is totally obscuring and does no good to help you solve this thing. All it does is signify that it's an IPP puzzle and his joke on what the road looks like. So... yeah, but I have played with it. I haven't solved it. The copy I had, I can't tell if these are Black Bean or Jara, but the copy I had also slid better inside. So it seems like I should have just took the box from this one and then the acrylic and the internal pieces from the other one and made like a perfect one. And for me giving up the bad one for $400 when I paid $550, yeah, I would have not felt bad making a perfect out of the two, but I'm fine. It's not meant to be a perfect puzzle. It's a $50 puzzle originally. The wood back here on this side, I just have trouble finding it, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, there's a dent right here. I think it's actually the wood and not like a wormhole or some shit. The acrylic's clear. I will say I'm a little bummed. I mentioned James Drea's Pocket Pento for $200, and I was like, somebody get that for me. And then Nick B sold me his Pocket Pento, and the bottom of it, the inside of the acrylic on the bottom is just micro scratched all to hell. The top's fine. So like if it's solved and it's on display, you'll never see it. But oh, I mean, look at my head here. I get migraines from the OCD with getting two, the best of both worlds, and they're not combined. Well, I bought one, and I paid a lot for it, and then the guy started making mistakes on the shipping. He was sending it to the wrong address first. I got that fixed. He wanted like $65 for shipping, and then waited a week to even send it. It was really making me think that I was about to get ripped off. So I took up an offer from someone else for $500 for one that was good, this one, and then I got it, and I had them both, and I was gonna do a video where I was gonna do like the hello, like people do with bricks of money, and I thought, no, enough people hate me as it is, so I sold it to Lance Ervic as a damaged copy. Nice Dwemer, yeah, I know. This one is from the Prince of Dubai. He never touched it. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it is. I've maintained its quality. Thinking I might actually try to pull the lid off today. I have an idea of how. I also need to film a Bernova 3D video. So I might do that. Who knows? That might be fun. Or I might just have fun and do puzzling. Like I got Jam Gem here. I've solved it before, but I never made a video on it. And it's been long enough that I would actually struggle a little bit. And we got a HEP here. That's probably the most boring puzzle to watch. But the Dwemer, I have an idea. And this thing, you know what I honestly think they did? If you go on PP right now and see that Oscar de Venter Lynch wooden ball maze, which is essentially the same thing because they're numbered even, that the Maze Runner 3D guy did. So I'm not really inclined to go chase that one. I put an offer on it, but someone out offered me. I don't know how they're able to see the offers. But anyways, I forgot what the fuck I was saying. Something about ball mazes. Oh, you roll it around, it says. Roll it around on the desk to get it to move. And I think that's what this person tried to do with this one. The one I had that was sanded down. I think they sanded down a corner so they could like lean it, on a table, like push down on a corner, make it lean. And then after they saw what it looked like on one corner, they bailed on the whole idea and didn't finish it. I thought he already posted his orbit here. These are cool too. Dream come true. Is Ross really showing? Hold on, let's move to a different. Is Ross really? What's the point? That's 3 of the same puzzle, Ross. Each one of those was like what? 2-3 grand, some shit. I do. It's so sad, with all of us and puzzling and everything else. That if you view watch party, yeah, now I can show it better. But how much are these? Are these like 2,800 or something? What was that alternative to no dexterity maze you mentioned? Oh, well, I don't know if I'd call it an alternative. I don't even think you can buy them now. I think the guy considered it a failure. I thought the product was pretty cool. Let me go grab it. I've been offering to sell it a while and nobody will touch it. So, back before I was excommunicado from the Polo Club of Puzzling, that is MPD, I had noticed a guy. What was his name? Is his name Elamite? Anyways, he was talking about how he was a lover of mazes, had been drawing mazes his whole life, designing them. And I thought, this is cool. I'm interested because me too. I'm not much of a maze solver. And you guys know I don't do maze puzzles. Not really. I may have a few, but like it's not my, it's not my go-to. Used to be SD. I don't even really like SDs that much anymore. I like Junos because I know his are logical. But light my blunt. The guy was talking about how he's making a maze, and he was going to make it of thick acrylic and thin acrylic, maybe glass. He was going to use like brass in it and like anodized aluminum parts. And that it was going to be so challenging that you would need a whole grid system to be able to figure it out. And I will say, unlike the no dexterity maze, let's pull it up, right? We're chatting puzzles. Let's look at a few puzzles, right? I'm trying to find the best place to get my AC fixed, and I'm dawdling. So you guys are going to see my fucking offer here, so fuck you if you outdo me on it. Your shades. Look at that. Who's selling this? RJ. Jesus Christ, man. What the fuck? That's an actual crypto dial. Man, these come out of Cracker Jack boxes, my guy. What the fuck? Like, you got arrow knobs. You got an obvious. There's the drawer. What is this shit? He probably just bought that off Etsy. Same thing here. Oh my god. And then it's like, oh, it's crypto shit to like unlock a thing. This actually makes me want to pull the rest of my hair out. Okay, anyways, back to what we were talking about. Sorry, this is keeper locked. Man, I swear to God, I like Dave. Me and Dave. I was Dave's first go-to guy. He was my personal whale for a while until he kind of got loose. Zam knew about him through me, and then Zam was like, "Do you mind if I offer your whale something?" And I was like, "Go ahead," because I'm not selfish or anything. But Dave used to just buy from me, and man, I didn't ever try to take advantage of the dude. He would just offer me ridiculous amounts of money for puzzles I had, and I'd be like, I can't say. He offered me $1,550 for SDCB when I wasn't trying to sell it. So I said no, and he bought one from someone else, and they just ripped him off. And then I felt bad, so I was like, "Well, I'll sell you mine," And he did. He gave me like $1,550, I think, because of the shipping. Some people overpay me on purpose. And I was like, well, how am I going to pass up $1,500 for a $360 puzzle that was like 2 months old? That's like me getting this new one this week and someone being like, "Hey, man, I'll give you $2,000 for that," and me being like, "Well, fuck," It was like FB Fidget Burr. I mean, I was telling the guy no, and he was new, and he said he got into puzzling because of me, but then he offered $3,000 for it, and I was like, I mean, I know Jerry came and hand delivered me that, and I got a photo of it, the memories. I'll for that money, I'll ask Jerry to make me another. Even though, to be fair, Fidget Bird's not my favorite. If I was to sell all my Jerry's, I would still have Quad Lock. Like, let's say I gave up Bernova, which I'm probably not gonna. It's too rare, too hard to get. But let's say, Jerry was like, "Yes, for sure, I'm going to make them like next year." I could wait. and get it retail and take the money, right? And Jerry wouldn't care. So actually, let me finish the question, Phoenix. Sorry, I've been bullshitting. Let me bring up full screen. Okay. Are you there still? Are you gonna like? Are you still there to hear the answer? So this kid designed this maze, and it's called 3D Runner, and came with a bag or a box too. But it's a cube. Yeah, you're gonna have trouble making it out here. It has a red anodized. There it is. It's pretty as shit, especially in hand, because of just all these layers. It's not like the no dexterity required. Uh, thanks. The no dexterity required because of you can't look at this and see the path. Like with no dexterity required, you could see holes. These are all squares, and it's hard to make out which ones are connected and which ones aren't. As you turn it sideways, see like it's super intricate. So the grid, A through E, and then the number grid is to help you map it out. And basically, there's an arrow here, right here. Oh, shit. Probably should do the top down one. Arrow here, and then an arrow here on the other side. And you got to get the ball to one spot and then get it all the way to the other side to solve it. And it was like $130. I've offered to sell it for like $90, and I just don't think many people know what it is, or they would go the obfuscation aspect. Yeah, I mean it's not blind, like, and there also is a few holes in there too. I don't think the ball can fit through it. I think that the ball can sit there while you do like a dexterity move or something. Like this is a maze. Like I'll give this guy credit, 3D Runner. This is a maze. Like I haven't solved this thing. I played with it a lot because it's so clean and it's nice looking. I mean, he's got the brass three-way joins going in each corner. The anodized red aluminum ball is nice. The text is done well. I don't know if I'm a fan of text. Like maybe just having it blank would have been fine with maybe an etch for the starting points. But I imagine you would never solve it then if you did not have a grid to keep track of, what side was what. So if he hadn't numbered it, you'd have post-it notes on this, and then it would be uglier. Where now it's all self-contained. And hell, now I'm talking myself into wanting to play with this again a little bit. I've had it over. So how I do puzzles, I have my shelf. Leave a comment, boost your numbers. Yeah, if I get 2 more people commenting, then I'll actually have my thing for today. Of course, where did Neil go? His chat vanished. Huh. Didn't he pop in and say nice Dwemer? Oh, there it is. I see it. Anyways. But yeah. 3D Runner Maze is pretty cool. Comes with a bag or something. I've got it over there. I keep all that shit put up. But yeah, I think it's cool. Small, attractive, well made, good parts. Sell to me. Well, you can buy it. I don't have to solve it. I've had it forever. What I was going to say is I have like my shelf with the limited puzzles. I don't pile them up like people do. I don't know. That just like, I would spend way more time fussing about my shelf if I allowed them to touch, and like they are right now in the puzzle view. Let's see here, puzzle. So like they're all stacked up right now. Like that over there would drive me crazy. If I had like a bunch and it was kind of like a necessity, maybe. But it limits me. It limits me to between 40 to 45 puzzles, depending on the sizes of them. and then the puzzles that aren't on the shelf get moved to my table. And if they're on the table, that means that I'm going to try to solve them. And then, either go back to the shelf or go out of my life, depending on the solve. And then on my kitchen counter, around my printer, like the backside of my paper printer, not my 3D printer, plural printers, I guess I should say, for 3D. I keep puzzles back there, all kind of contained up, which I'm going to start keeping in the bin now that I have a place to store them properly. And those are the good puzzles I have, like this 3D runner. I had Tenchi over there for a while. Off top of my head, it's hard for me to recall them off top of my head because these are a lot of times the puzzles that you see me list. Copies of the Maze on Etsy. That might be why nobody knows about it. I am a strong believer in out of sight, out of mind. So if I put a puzzle over on my counter over there behind the printer, it's in a place where I'm going to notice it, like around my printer and stuff, shipping, printing, it'll make me remember to deal with it. And he only ever sold 2 copies. You can message on the Discord to buy a copy direct. He only ever, it was worth buying. Hell, he put a lot of thought into that. I don't know. But I also kind of remember that he didn't keep the conversation going or anything. Keep her locked. That's funny. Dave, he's wild. Let's see what else he's trying to get rid of. A $3,500 hamburger. Because, look, he's not a flipper. He might even be losing money on some of these, to keep it real. He'll see something hot and new that comes out. He'll throw at it. Not me anymore, really. He must have a few guys now. And he'll throw them at it. And, he'll end up paying $3,000 for a mystery trapper, $5,000 for a keeper locked. The $4,000 hamburger, $3,500 clutch box, which is like, come on, guys, look at the face of this. See this maple here? These are not matching, grain lines. These are not matching speckles. Krasnow would not make a maple starburst pattern that had, curly maple or some kind of grain pattern here that was not uniform. This just looks dirty. And it blows my mind. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm looking at. Shit. Fuck me. So this just looks dirty. Right here on the spirals. This is not a grain pattern. That's just dirt. And I'm sorry to Krasnow, but that's not a $3,500 box. One off, the outside wood here, this is some kind of mahogany or sapel, and it's too thick, which causes these, I should blow this up bigger, more noticeable joins and creases here. This maple, if he really did give it to David with the maple like this, then fuck me, man. What the fuck? The spiral pattern, it's clean. I can see right here that it's got the right squaring. It's just when you do black on white like this, it doesn't even look like wood anymore, like a pattern or even anything that intricate. It looks like, like a tiling or a panel you applied to it. Which, technically it is a panel, but people, unless they really know what the fuck they're looking at, aren't going to look at that and be impressed. And then the big thing for me that really just confuses me is these 45-degree joins. They're highly visible. They're singular joins, so there's no patterning or structure where you get an arrow here, that's it. He must have been a pain in the ass. It's probably why I'll never give up the Cocobolo one, and I'm thankful I sold my triple yoke or I got a bid, because that's paying for it. But the joins with the small panels of wood intersecting here is like masterful, and I don't know why that's not maintained. It's just like, but then again, we're talking about a guy that made like three of these in like 2002 and one in IPP. He had like one for himself and two IPP copies. Got deposits from like 15 to 20 collectors on it. Used that money to buy a sailboat. Sailed to California and Panama and shit for 5 years. Came back, did not an apprenticeship, but a like a teaching thing at not Macromedia, but who makes Autodesk, the people that do all the CAD shit, and because he's a fucking genius with the CAD. And then he settles down. He starts getting back into making his keychains and shit like that. He starts to cut his barcode burr pieces like in 2018, 2019. Takes another break, and then in 2020 takes an order. And by this time, like Ron and other people had already canceled their deposit years before, but some people had stayed. And so he had that group and the few other people that were willing to join in, which of course I didn't get invited because I was considered too poor back then. Samuel, and he's my boy, but he had asked me, and like we started puzzling at the same time in like August of 2020, like the heavy puzzling, buying shit. And I was the first person to sell him some puzzles. I hooked him up with a whole 3 set of Stry Boss for less than I paid. And looking at prices, yeah, he got a good deal on those. But he asked me, he said, "Would you pay $2,000 for a puzzle?" And at that point, I'd paid $950 for a. So I'd paid more than him on anything yet so far. $950 on a pachinko. And so I mean, I was like. And I traded that for a Jewel Thief, which I then sold for like 1,700, which I thought was low. And he didn't tell me what it was or what it was about or sell me on the idea of what like I might be getting for that money. It was just, no, would you pay that much on a puzzle? And I was like, nah, probably not. That's twice what I've gone so far. I can't imagine a puzzle that great. Now, had someone said, now it's a clutch box by Lee Krasnow, I wouldn't have known shit. I would have been completely ignorant. Wait, so I made a new. Anyways, so had I known there was an opportunity to get something that people have been chasing for almost 20 years at that point, yeah, I'd have been like, yeah, let me get that money together. But it don't matter. I got it retail. I've got one now. So there's literally nothing lost other than maybe time of ownership, which doesn't really matter to me. Everybody knows that. For me, it's more about the act of owning it at some point in time. So go back to puzzle. So that's the clutch. So yeah, 3,500 for this one. It just so he's taking a loss there. The bear call that came from me. Juno ring case for $1,000. I mean, he probably saw that one guy do the bounty, but I swept that bounty up immediately. I'd gotten one for about $760 from Gergo a few weeks before, and had privately had approached him for it, so it just didn't keep getting relisted on Puzzle Paradise. And I thought that was a great deal and all, because that's what they were offering like a year or so ago to replace Josh's. And I solved it and had fun with it, and then I was like, oh, hey, new Juno SD came out. I don't need this now to have a Juno SD in my collection. Let me take that $1,000 offer that was thrown up. So I made like $200 on it. This ain't selling. I may have. He doesn't do trades though. I don't even know if this is worth a trade. I think everybody that's owned one of these is a broken one. This is like the death knell of Zam's puzzle buying history. This is like his worst. He lost so much money. Well, I think he only lost like 500. Oh, these are his listings. So yeah, this is interesting to me. Turtle Trip's really fallen off, and that's not the right stand. But I ain't hating. Who's selling this? John. That means this one's probably old. John DeVost. Don't know who that is buying it or going for it. Here we got mine. I had some offers, I thought. Damn, I killed this picture. Look how clean it is in those letterings and in the gaps. Ah, shit, you're right. I keep doing that too. Look at that clean. Look at that. Look at how clean that is. Like, yo. Had to tease him with the yolk. Make it look hollow. Although I noticed this button was sticking out. I don't think Lee fully reset it. I had to go ahead and push that in. Well, anyways. But yep. Who else can I talk shit about right now real quick? That's insane that got a bid. This one won't, I imagine. This seems like that's a good price, but then I imagine it's not, since no one's touching it. Not yet. I was curious about these guys. They're tiny, but I do like the designs. And these are 14-step boxes. I had a 12, wasn't bad. I don't know what this is, though. Like, do they just send you a chunk of the wood that they had glued up trying to create this or something? Like, what is that? But they're going to be tiny. That's all I can imagine. Oh, yeah, that's great. Straight into the... it's getting more and more common that I will copy and paste a term from Puzzle Paradise over to Google, and it won't lead me to a puzzle. It'll lead me to some, like, programming page or some shit. And I don't know if that is an influence of puzzling on coders or coders on puzzling. Yeah, I saw that Beardwood for 6. This joke of a who the fuck paid for this? That's right, RJ. Let's narrow down who they are. They're in Michigan. Let's see. Looks like, okay, sellers. He doesn't buy, or he only sells. Perplex Wishing Well, Sundial, Lost Vault, Jack in the Box. So this is a flipper. Let's see. I bet they're all like new in the box. Let's see. Scratch and dent version, and one of his puzzles completely solvable. 925, and you got 315. That had to be recent. That was a long time ago. It does have scratches. Yuck. Selling for a friend because I've already sold one before. I think the 6 compartments is a spoiler there. the bottom of Sundial almost looked cooler than the top. Is that just weird? I did not like how this was done, though. These were always bent. And I had 2 of them. Walter's Radio. Who's selling this? Does anybody even want this puzzle? I see more of them going out than in. Oh, look, he got his bid. He kept offering it on whatchamacallit, an MPD. This is Chris Cormier, I bet. What is this? $5.95. It's dropping. 3, don't know who you are. Christian Cormier, yeah. This puzzle's pretty awesome. I don't know why he wouldn't keep it. Ooh. Well, anyways, let's play with some puzzles. See, if this wasn't 4-step, I might have been for it. Because look at this. This is good seams. It's a nice build. Oh, it's a set of 3. So 3 of the same fucking thing. No, thank you. 1,000 for noodling is absolutely retarded. Also, what's this going on here? Did he forget to reset a step? Yeah, it's like partially pulled out. Dave. I tease you that you're kind of dumb, bro, but you don't help matters much when you do these things. This is funny. There's a story to this right here that will come out one day. Interesting. To do all that and then just do that. What is going on, Rax? Anyways, that story we'll all laugh about later. 700's too much. Last time this didn't sell yet at 600. So how does this make a lick of sense? And Gergo's cool. I'm going to have to message him about that. Snail won't sell out on a buyout for $250. And then here's that no dexterity. We finally got to the point of why I even pulled this shit up. This thing seems cool. The acrylic looks really fogged from micro scratches, though. Also, you see this gap? That's not a lench thing. That has to be from, like, humidity or something. Lench doesn't put shit with weird gaps like that out. Now, the history right now is 170, and it's, Christopher Liu and Finn. So I probably won't chase this then. Let them go after it. It's not drawing me too much anyhow. I don't even have no bids. I'd put an offer on it. Let's see. Offers. Here we go. Oh, I put an offer on this back in the day. Look, offer was $1. It's been changed. Wait, actions accept. Wait, did he say I could have it for $275? Oh, that's what that was? I thought that was someone offering back to me. Like someone beat me in the offer. I had an offer in. Should I not offer on this, though? I mean, it is a Deventer with a Lynch. Are you guys even watching? There's 4 of you here. Basically, so I could have it for $275. Let's look at the history on this bitch real quick. Is it something that I can get my money back on if I decide to take the deal? I think they just want the high offer there of $275. I'm not too up on that. Let's see. Is it really called no dexterity, though? You guys aren't talking much. You're breaking my heart. Did you guys just come for a puzzle solve? I'll switch it up. Apologize if I'm not solving. Is it going to be too easy? I don't imagine it's going to be easy at all. That 3D runner is hard as fuck. That one, you can kind of see the holes and shit, so I imagine it's not going to be as hard. But it's not going to be easy. I should have totally got on this one. Of course, the one to get is the balls. Now, this would have been a good one to grab from the bunch. Like, this probably would have been worth the $100 right there. Yeah, Nick showed me a few that he had, and he was like, yeah, no, I'm not selling you anything. I'm too new for solves. Probably spoilers for me on everything. There's no spoilers here. Plus, if I bought from Mike, because that's who sold these, PT, he would have an open DM path to me finally, and that's all he wants. That motherfucker would sell a $2,000 unicorn on here for $50 if he thought I would buy it quickly, and that would open up a DM path. And I'm just not going to give that motherfucker the satisfaction. I did ask. Oh, I probably shouldn't bring that up. There's one of these being made by a big name person right now in 30 Woods. It's not caustic either. I asked to be a part of that, so we'll see how that works out. Oh, I won this. 371 ain't bad. Look at that. Look at that. 450. 450. Well, 315. Damn. When was this? October. When did I buy mine? May. I liked it because the chatoyance on it was really strong. 411 on everything. Okay, back to trying to find this Deventer Lynch thing real quick. I gotta see if there's a value I can match to this. If anybody there has an idea of what it might be worth, holler at me. For that kind of money, I feel like I should be getting a casino at this point. I wouldn't mind having a sexy roller coaster. This thing's... Oof. Did I not bid on this? No shit. Oh, why the fuck didn't I? Oh, 2020. Yeah, I wasn't even around then. Okay. We're going to have to CDM this fucker and maybe look for a different name. Dream. Yeah, I would want a jam gem before rescue. Rescue's cool and all, but it's like 80% Boucher puzzling and like 20% SD, where jam gem is like 40% Boucher puzzling and like 60% SD. And that's the balance you want. Rescue, how do I best describe? I'll just flat out describe it. Rescue is like Boucher made this setup where the pieces can just move infinitely inside of it. And what he did was he found all these paths from like having a certain piece in one corner to get in. What they would do is add SD tools into the pieces so that you had to get, the first tool's way back here. Now you got to get it all the way over to here to access it. Now to use that tool, you got to go all the way back over here with all the pieces. So it kind of forced your hand to do all these moves. And at first when I had it, and I've had 6 of them, so I can speak on this. I've had 2 ebony and 4 mixed. It's hard to want to replay that puzzle. And it was one I really wanted to film. And I never did film because there was no way to ensure that I wasn't going to just get lost. There was this tricky bit at the beginning to get the first thing going, and I always got my head just clusterfucked wrapped around it. But you might see that as like a really great way to do a puzzle. Whereas with this, I still remember a lot of the SD steps. Honestly, it's also the woods for me. Sapel, Black Palm, and Ebony were like my first choices when I got Baz cubes. So that means a lot. But once I start opening this thing up and get the pieces moving, it's still a bit of a challenge for me to like try to wrap my head around what to do with the pieces to get them out. And I can still visually in my head remember what each piece, how they move. So there's a bit of a puzzle there to come back to, but it's not like 80 moves and moving pieces around. It's going to piss me off. It's more like fucking with it for like 15 minutes in my brain and going, yeah, okay, move this and this. and that and this, and then we're kind of good. Oh, look, they finally put some listings up. This wasn't here yesterday. View all. Let's see how many listings have been allowed. 50. Holy shit. A Rubik's dice. These look all like trash so far. What the fuck is that? That looks like a early. That's an Inary, but I'm wondering who. These things are kind of crazy. Oh, Cube 16, huh? Okay, so that's all trash. Let's go back to the search. We're gonna say Venter Lynch. Ha! This is the first one that popped up. Cubane. I'd love a Lynch Cubane. I have this one. Well, I had this one. It wasn't the parquetry one, though. So I got rid of it. Actually, was it? I think I might add this one. There's another no dexterity, $50. Okay, let's go back to here. Sold. Oops, misspelled. My God. No, I did do it right. It's kind of sexy. Oh, no. No. Deventer. Oh, it's one word. Here, let's go back and try that one more time. Somebody calling me. Oh, it didn't make any difference. Oh, I got a package at the UPS store at 4 o'clock and missed the pickup. What the fuck did I get? This wasn't supposed to be coming today, I don't think. Oh, it was my Amazon. Damn. Yeah, I found out they have these balls that won't, my filters fry out on my evaporative humidifier within like a couple days. They're just hard and unusable, and I have to keep refiltering them and shit. It's a nightmare. Anyways, let's go back to this. So, what is this? This is reminding me of dice. That's the only reason why I pulled it up. What is this shit? This looks problematic. Ooh, what are these, magnetic? Solid lines from a continuous closed loop. That might be fun. Seems clean. Oh, this gap right here is kind of... IPP 31. So what was that, 2011? Oh, wait, there it was. 2007. Let's see. Lady Box, Berlin, Hawk. Should sign it or so close my bag. Nope, don't care. Oh, these are cool. Matching stars. This looks solved. Anyways, Cube. Who is this from? Slocum. Ah, there we go. Wayne Daniel. I recognize the work. Cube 16. It's 16. It's not a 16-piece cube, though, right? I don't believe it is. Okay, here we go. Now this, look how clean the acrylic is on this. Now, look at this. Here, we'll even pull up the good picture. See this? What's this? See all these little ching ching ting ching ching ting 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 ting. And look at this one. This sold for $187 this year in January. And this guy wants $100 more. Wait, R5. Okay. Let's say if this motherfucker bought this, wore it down that much, because that gap looks a little bit sus. Can I respond to the offer with a message? Well, that's not, it's not letting me make a message though. 187 in January. God damn, that's nice. Well, that was just last year. Wait, they're not doing it. Oh, not last year, 2 years ago. Wait.
I love you.
What? Kayla Looney. What's up? Only person who responded favorably to your post on MPT about being able to give. Yeah, and then they deleted my comment and said I was in there attacking people, which I didn't attack anybody. They just like to lie on me to make me look bad. They cover up the facts and then lie, and then here you go, you know. But thanks for joining. We're looking at puzzles, trying to figure out if this one puzzle's worth a go. And then meanwhile, I'm thinking about maybe doing one of these. We got BN3D, Dwemer, Secrets of Hep, Lombard Street, Jam Jam. Well, yes, they did, and they said no more discussion. Well, they do that all the time. We don't have that in my Discord. If you try to pull an EOD in my Discord, it makes the actual bot makes fun of you. Because discussion is how things get figured out. But I literally came in there just to defend myself from them talking bad about me again, unprompted, and message me on Discord. I'm hustle number 7775, and I can get you in there. I didn't have a way to message you. A bunch of the other people that day that noticed that joined over. One of them's in here talking right now, Phoenix. But yeah, I did it timed wise so that, because nobody in there can ban but PT. So I knew that he wasn't awake yet. And all I did was go in there and defend myself. They were saying some foul shit about me again. And I didn't even like fight back. I was just like, hey, it's a shame that you guys are like being this way. Like Mr. Mark. I was like, Mark, this is shameful, you know? And that's all I said. And then I went on to show pictures of puzzles. I was like, sorry to take up the time in here. Here's some puzzles. They deleted my puzzle pick. They deleted my message. Then they banned that alt, which I have a bunch. Then they said that I was in here attacking people, and that's why they deleted me. And so they lied on me and lied about my character, defamation. And then they sent a PT, tried to friend and send a DM to that thing, arguing the semantics of when that account was started, as in saying that, me saying I have alts from before I got banned, which is true. Uh, why would I use those to out myself in there, to defend myself? Like, what? Those are established and talking to people and shit. Like, why? What? I got several newer ones that I can just burn on a day's notice. That's the whole point of a burner and a throwaway. Well, they hate what they don't understand. So they got mad because you can look at my, Jesus, why am I not? Oh, this is Cubic Marketplace. Um, you can look at my history on Puzzle Paradise. I mean, look at this. People love me. Um, Perfect ratings. I have one guy that got mad because I called him out as a scammer, and he was, and he's never done anything in there since. Um, and when I was buying and selling direct, I did $70,000 on my PayPal last year, and I was moving people's collections for him, mostly Abel Garcia's for his son, and PT wanted all in that business. He had to be a part of it somehow. And I was like, it ain't got nothing to do with you. Nobody's involving you. You're in a different whole country. And he just kept getting, and then he started acting like I was doing something illegal because I wouldn't allow him to be a part of it. And I'm like, dude, I do not appreciate the implications, all that. And then meanwhile, he ruined two of my product and puzzle releases. One, just by keep asking a dumb question like, what is up? What is up? What does up mean? What is the definition of up? Over and over again. And then he kicked me out of there right when I was releasing a puzzle that I had like $5,000 into. And so over that, and he just constantly wants to be in my DMs arguing with me about semantics and words and things like that are the things people argue about when they don't have a real point or a real place to argue from. He just wants to battle, and I'm not going to listen. I'm not here to be trolled by him all day. I don't care. And he's just dying to get access to me just so he can debate with me in DMs and bug me because he gets off on that. And he wanted my social security number so that he said we can protect the community just in case. And I was like, just in case of what? Just why would you need my social security number? One off, like that's a complete overreach. Like what have I done other than have people come in the Discord and go, Chris hooked me up with an amazing unicorn for less than auction price? Like what other you know? And it's because there's people in there like Tanner and Username and DeVos that put on a really good show that are complete pieces of shit. They will snake you. They will lie to you. So will Chris Lennick. They will go lie about you. They'll try to turn people against you. Ross tried to turn Jane Kostick against me. At least he admitted it. That's why he's still a part of my Discord. And I don't even ban people in my Discord when they get mad and pop off on me in public. I'm able to separate the personal from the community. And PT isn't. And he's obsessed with me. Like hardcore obsessed. Yeah, I saw you did. But I'm doing a show right now, so you'll have to wait until I'm kind of like done. But it's all good. You can join. We only have one rule: is don't take our shit over there. And I've had to get rid of people for doing that. They go, I say something openly, and they'll go take screenshots and take it over there. I don't give a shit about. Yeah, I know, right? I don't give a shit about them seeing what I have to say. I have no. Yeah, yeah. I'm in there. Yeah, yeah. It's I don't care about that drama one bit. It's so petty. It's so childish. It's like my issue with Tanner is the fact that he will brag about these $15,000 puzzles he just got, or this or that. How he bought $50,000 worth of tools just to make a Borg box to clone, crap, Yarger, and then he will try to one-on-one talk to you and try to make you feel miserable for his ass. He'll try to make you feel sorry for him, like he doesn't own a $1.4 million house that he just sold for cash because he made a massive profit because Texas rates are going through the roof. So he just made like four on that bitch, and he'll pretend that he's poor. That motherfucker retired at the age of 44 as a VP of sales at a petroleum company. Like, don't. The fact that they will Jew you, Jew you, and I have my Jewish friends here, the term that he will sit there and try to make you feel sorry for him and think that he has nothing and pander to his ass and give him all this attention and love and all this shit. Just, it irritates. Like, it's so fake. It's so wrong and callous and like, ugh. And so he made a video about me, just literally put my name up on that shit. I tried to strike him on YouTube, and they were like, "Are you sure you want to do this, Chris? Are you sure you want to strike?" And I'm like, "No, you motherfuckers," because I know I'll lose, but still. Well, he's a sociopath is the issue, and he cries about me saying that because he wants the attention. It's literally like the fucking whatchamacallit. What's that shit called? Munchausens. He's got Munchausens, like legit, for real. And I'm just glad he doesn't have Munchausens by proxy. That he's not like poisoning that little girl of his. He is using her as like bait to try to get attention to his YouTube channel. But yeah, he's got Munchausens. He like wants that attention of being pitied and shit. And I'm like, dude, you're rich. Like, get that fucking attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry you got married too young or some shit and you're having a midlife crisis or something, but don't buy an $80,000 Hellcat version of an SUV and then parade in my face that you need to return something you bought from me just so you can buy another thing from me. And these are puzzles I released, right? Like, he would buy a puzzle from me that's like $120. A whole set took me like 80 hours to make. And then like 2 months down the road, I'd make like a purple version. And he'd be like trying to get a refund on the puzzle from me. Like, I need to turn this back. I need to get my money back. And I'd be like, well, what's wrong with it? Well, no, there's nothing wrong with it. I just want to bid on the one you have on PP that's purple. And I'm like, what the fuck? Just go bid on the purple one then. You're not poor. I'm poor. Like, why are you trying to rip me off to get something you want when you could just sell that fucking thing and buy another? Why are you trying to return it to me? Like, that's so shady. And he did that shit twice to me. And I was just like, nah, dude, you're like ate up. I can't even with you. And so, ugh. And that's like username. Username knew I wanted a Burlefant when I was starting my whole Jerry chase. I got them all in a year. Ain't none of them motherfuckers got a whole set of Jerrys, so they can kiss my ass. I make things happen. But he came to me, he said, I might be interested in moving my Burlefant, if you can make me a good offer. And I said, hey, man, I'm down. I want the Burlefant. Tell me, name a price. Name a price. And you know what that son of a bitch said to me? He said, no, exclamation point. He said, why are you trying to rip me off? Fuck. How is telling you to tell me name any price ripping you off? He thinks that because what he's really saying is, oh, I know it's not worth that much and I've only got this much in it, but I want to know what you're willing to pay. I want to know if you're willing to pay like $4 or $5 grand for it. If I just tell you what I want for it, then I'll lose the opportunity of ripping you off. That's exactly what that is. But no, he'll tell people I'm the bad guy, that I tried to rip him off. No, how is name your price ripping a person off? It's the exact opposite of ripping a person off. I say, you tell me what you want. If you said 10 grand, you might have fucking got it. But you're the dumbass that feels like they need to try to manipulate someone like me. My fucking nickname is Hustle. Like, that's not a name I picked when I joined Discord. I had the gamer tag Hustle Monster back in 2002, and people just started calling me Hustle. It's been my nickname for ages, and people gave it to me. People wouldn't use that part of my gamer tag to name me or make it a nickname for me if it didn't have validity. So, no, you're not going to hustle me. I was a professional magician in Vegas for a decade. Not only that, I created magic for magicians. So, like, I knew how to fool them. You're not going to fucking get me with these dumb little ploys and plays. And I don't even get upset. I'm just like, how is that ripping you off? You know, I'm offering you what you want. No, you're trying to take advantage of me. Da 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 da. And I'm like, okay. Like I pay more than everybody on unicorns. Like this Dwemer, I paid $2,800 for this. Highest recorded price of a Dwemer is $2,750. So wrap your head around that. Bernova 3D, I paid $2,500 for this. I put it up on PP right now for $2,500. Ain't nobody touching that thing. The fuck? I mean, I gave $616 for a $50 puzzle. Like, what in the fucking hell? Like, I'm far from. I know Penn, but no, I'm not like best friends with him or anything. Um, but yeah, no, I'm always giving more than the auction prices, and I sell shit cheaper. I fucking now I'm a little irritated. I can't think off the top of my head. I sell shit cheap anyways, so yeah, people be getting it less than auction and paying and getting more than auction from me, and I just don't understand how people try to act like I'm some kind of scammer. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, anyways, we're down to 3 viewers. I should probably work on a puzzle, huh? I gotta fall on a rant. Nobody likes to hear me rant anymore. Yeah, John talks all the time. A magician friend of mine is his card consultant. Like on card moves and shit. Ah, well, I did one the last time, so I think that's why people are tired. I actually published that one, and then like bleep the names out. Yeah, no, you're like just rubbing the shit out of my black clean thing, and this is why I have trouble keeping it clean and have to remove it every time I get done filming. Just rubbing your face up against it, wearing the fur off your face onto it. Well, anyways, back to this thing real quick. What I was working on real quick before I let that go. Watch. Yeah, let's see live scene. Uh, so yeah, no counter, no counter. Why? This thing's 200 at best. So me offering 225. Oh, here we go. Offers. So that was from him to me, 275. I said 225. Be like, no, decline. I could have countered, but I'm not going to raise my shit. I'd have lowered it. I've been like, I looked at him, 200. Your shit's got scratches. No bids. Surprised I had a bid. No bids. This should probably get a bid. This no bids. If anybody has any good goddamn sense, they're not going to bid that. This probably wouldn't be a bad bid, either of these, because you're not going to get this unless you're really in the bear call game for less than $1,000. This, though, it's already gone a little bit further than it needed to. And it still hasn't broke reserve. Their reserve is going to be like $5,000, so it might not even sell. Oh, yeah, I wish I'd gotten this one. Who sold this? Gergo, of course. Jesus Christ, Gergo. Why didn't I know you back then? Bosch had this one. Fuck me, man. Ooh, oh, here's the one I never looked at. Okay, this one looks a little more busted up. Same color marble too. $50 from 2010. Another person selling it. TK West. Yeah. Oh, no, that'd be a Y. So it's probably like Tweety or whatever their name is. But damn, in 2010, and made side to side without lifting the box off the table. Off the table. I didn't see that extra challenge there. I mean, this one isn't horrible, but that acrylic there, right? Just too much. I don't think this one, it's got a few days. I think it's going to pass my offer. Okay. I knocked it out of the park with the pretty woods. Why three of them, though? This is why I don't. And that hexagram that he sold me, that stickman, better be in good condition because I've been getting messages from people saying that they're really pieces of shit. You might want to, one, not set a reserve price, or two, set a sensible minimum. You fuck this guy. He's in this group too, by the way. His whole approach to puzzles is disrespectful of the hobby, in my opinion. Maybe he doesn't care about loss as long as he makes like 70% back. But at the end of the day, it's just some idiot with money. I don't consider him a solver or collector, just a nuisance. And he wants friends and family. Wow. All right, let me get the... Here you go. There you go, Kay. You go. You got like an hour window here to join. Because I do one use, 1 hour, as you could probably imagine why. Where the fuck are you? There you go. Have fun. All right, puzzle time, I guess. Let's go back to the puzzle. Wee. Move the mic forward a little bit. Bring some more light into the picture. And let's go ahead and narrow this pile down. Can't solve them all at the same time. All right, nobody's gonna want to see this shit get solved. It's a nice little. The base, you know. I know why a lot of people hate this puzzle. It's weirdly, I kind of like it. Whoa, hey there, buddy. I got a cube with a secret just behind me in shambles. Also, I need to check in on George. Yeah, this guy's been MIA for 6 days. Let's see. Sell the tool box yet? Okay. Audit log. Let's go ahead and give her. Is that you? Okay. We can make you greatest puzzler. Welcome at Kayla. Look around, break some stuff. Here's some walking money. fuck, dude? Get this out of here. Can't believe I got a puzzle inbound and I didn't even notice. Oh no, it's not a puzzle. That's right. It's my Amazon. Of course, he's gonna stop answering now. You're either our first or second female in the group. Female, ugh, woman. Gross. Who uses the term female anymore? Oh, I'm not in gear. Get my whole persona going. All right. Puzzle thinking time. All right. Let's see here. Let's get this mic in a good spot. I guess I never really offered him anything for it. Okay. So what do we have here? Are these on focus? Let me refocus that. Let's get the hand in. Yeah, see how it's focusing now. All right, turn the autofocus on. All right, that's better. A little rustic lighting. Look at the size difference. Damn. I should have Cube with the secret assembled right now, but it's all behind me in pieces. It's big as fuck. It dwarfs this one. It doesn't dwarf this, though. So, if I tinker with Dwemer, I can bullshit and talk. Oh, I only have one viewer right now. Holy shit, I pulled out the puzzles and they were like, out. I may still have a chance to own a Dwemer one day. I cannot stay any longer. Or a Bernova, which, you know, you won't own one day unless you buy it from me. Let's just keep it real. I think there's like maybe 10 of these things. And they're in behind glass and shit. What did he say? Who is it? Ooh, someone's offering me a fairy door opportunity. Do I want the fairy door, the Mike Toulousa's fairy door? I got shit for it. That's the funny thing. I know I got some shit that he might want right here, but I don't know if I'd trade either of these two for a Toulouse's Ferry door. I'm gonna have to look up some prices. Wow, who'd have thought that my puzzle solving session would turn into a puzzle hustling session, huh? Who's still here? Raise your hand so I know the fuck I'm talking to and what my audience is, because I need to know what I'm about to do next. You've been offered 4K? The fuck? Mm-hmm. Doom, doom, doom. Do-do-do-do-doom, da-da. Welcoming. Be welcoming, boys. Okay, so like literally nobody's here. Anyways, so let's see. If I do this one, I'm gonna have to be a little bit performative because I'll be reviewing it. It will take an hour to do. This one may only take a few minutes. I have no idea. I have an idea of what I need to do. I've done some of it before playing around. Like I've gotten two. Like there's one door or corner, I should say. You gotta turn these corners to go from rounded corners to hard corners so that this just lifts. I've gotten this side, both of these corners, and I tried to just lift it on one side and slide it. He has the bevel and groove in there too deep, which is a good thing because that'd have been kind of shitty if you just skip half of it. Hey Phoenix, if you're still around, clown, are you gonna what? What's he saying? All right, well, fuck it. Let's do a little, since I have to like get into like voice and performance mode for that one. Well, I really gotta get that filmed. I should film Jerry's feedback video on that, because once I give him feedback on that, that's pretty much all of them. I can get him that video, which will open up discussion about getting more puzzles from him. And why is that? Did someone Renwax this improperly? It's like a water spot there. Wait, how would Kayla find my stream? That's intriguing. Isn't the cobble steps the prize from inside? I do have some good games to stream, but didn't set it up for that. Breath of the Wild. I've been playing Advance Wars. I also got the new Street Fighter. All right, anyways, back on track. Dwemer case. The Dwemer Construct box is Stickman 34. And it's made after Elder Scrolls. I'm waiting for his Elden Ring one. That'd be awesome. But the Dwemers were a race. They're kind of like dwarves for that world. Great craftsmanship, although they did everything in brass and metal. So I've seen complaints from non-puzzlers about this puzzle when they see videos and they're like, how does it make sense to be a Dwemer? But honestly, it also, look at that. It's got a lot going on. It's also like this puzzle he made on consignment called That Thing on My Wall. It's a giant like Rube Goldberg machine of a lot of this kind of stuff face out on a wall. But we do have some mechanics going on here, like sliding rail system here. This is pretty intense. We can, I don't think you'll be able to see it, but right when we get to there, there's a dowel between this one and this one, locking these plates together that is getting kind of like bent. And I don't like that, and I don't know, because at times I've been able to spin this completely. So what we need to do is go ahead and remove some stuff. Now these gearings here I think are important for like mechanism to work, but they're also the first thing that you can get out. It's hard to see that in this. I don't know what's blocking it now. It's like little miniature puzzles all over the thing. Like you'll turn this knob here to get the thing to move, and then a little notch goes into play and blocks this bar. It's really quite clever once you start playing with it, but it's one of those kind of puzzles where you feel like once you start playing with it, you're like committed. Ah, there we go. Nope. Still not letting it out. That was the first one I got out before. So the turning of everything is blocking. There's something blocking that. So now we passed that. This should slide right out. There it goes. Okay, well, that was all off camera. So yeah, we got that out. There's a hole here. This hole's not being used, so that's a there's a hole there, which indicates that in the second build of this that you want to discover, that you'll want to pin this piece down. So one out. I'm only thinking I can probably get like 2 pieces out, and then I have to start working these corners. I'm just filling my vape up. So with that piece missing, I really hate the dowel between the 2 plates. I really do. It makes me super nervous. Okay, no, we did do a complete rotation there. Okay, so it's turning now. Okay. Now this doesn't lift up, so it's not going to release this dowel right here to let this piece out. Not yet, at least. Yeah, because you don't want to pry it. Okay, so we got our corner here, and if I turn this one this way, yep. Look at that. So I've got, see what I mean now with the corners? Right here, they were circular on this part and on this part, and you had to turn them to the corner side. So I've got half of it undone. And now we got to get these two corners, but these corners are connected to all kinds of mechanisms. Now it looks like I can get a straight, ooh, yeah. I've got one corner left. That's this one right here. But this one really doesn't move. What makes it move? Watch this be where I needed to have the pieces in there still. There's a hole in it. I don't know if you can see it. No, it's under here. See that hole right here? And it looks like so this is the tricky part, is figuring out how to get this one corner to turn. So it's just in the top here. There's no mechanism there. There's a hole in the top of it, like you put thread through it or something. But so far, the first three were pretty easy. So it may all boil down to you being able to get this open. And I bet you to get this one in place, I'll have to probably reset a few of these. They're probably blocking things I need. So this might be the one that you need to get out first. Okay, that piece pops up too. This is blocked. And of course, once it gets turned to go level with this, I bet you it comes right up. So how do we get it there? This seems like a free floating gear. And by that, what I mean is it feels like you can get it to a spot where you can turn it off the track. But definitely some challenge there, and I appreciate that I wasn't able to just 1, 2, 3 unlock it. There's definitely some studying of the mechanism that needs to go on. I already clicked there, and it's only one. And the funny thing is, this is the one here that needs to turn. Oh no, that one's up. What's this one still? I have no idea how this turns. I think the mechanism that allows this piece to turn is actually under all of this. And now it's kind of locked up. Let's see. Now it's just going back the way it came. Oh, oh. Spun that right out the side to let it loose. So I think what we might have done is freed up the plate a little bit, which is fine with me. Okay, this definitely turns that piece. And so now it's free. And that means these pieces below can move now without affecting that corner position. Fortunately, he provides a solution booklet on how to reassemble this bastard. Wait. I was about to say, was it done? Okay, no, there's still a piece that needs to move. Wait, this piece should come out now. Yeah. Oh, no, that doesn't come out. I was pretty sure that was going to come out. Let's see if the dowel moves freely now. Aha! I can move this now. Still not giving me free reign on that yet. I don't know what this one. Oh, that spinner's for right there. So, okay, unlocked. Unlocked. And this has to go here. Geez, I can see inside of it. Oh, wait. No, it's still stuck in there. I thought I had it. I do have it. Haha. Look at that. I think I might have cheated this a little. How did that... Well, that just slid right out. So I had it. Oh, it was caught on the wood. Just a little bit there. That's what that was. All I do is pull up on the disc a little and it would have just turned. Okay, so I don't feel like I cheated it at all. Look at this. Oops, I just dropped some shit. Yeah, let's see, a little piece of wood fell out. Okay, well, we can't have that. Oh, they're on the sides here. I see where they're coming from. So now, what you get is inside the box. And that was a decent puzzle. Quite mechanical, really cool to look at. Inside the box, you get a bag of pieces. Well, that's fragrant. Probably don't need to keep that in the box anymore. Let's see what we got to work with here. It's got this big piece. That's chunky. Huh. Definitely holes for those one pieces I was talking about. And this thing doubles as a holder now. I love it. Oh wow, that's an impressive piece of wood. Machinery there. Oh, that's interesting. And these had to be used to make the new puzzle that you designed from all of this. It's a wheel. Now I'm feeling non-metal stuff in here. Or wood, I should say. Another one of those hinges. Pin. What is this? Extra replacement screws. Okay, well that's just thoughtful. I hear metal. Ah, a special screwdriver and a screw. So that's the tool you will use to take it apart now, because all this stuff comes off. All this stuff comes apart. So the goal now, the next phase, I'm not going to do it now in this solve, because I think getting the lid off is quite an achievement, is to then take this whole lid mechanism apparatus fully apart and rebuild it into a new puzzle. You know, figure out how all this stuff works. Now what I'm trying to do right now as I put the pieces inside is keep it separate, because I want to know what pieces I got new. Which I can put them all back in the bag, I guess. That would be the smart way, wouldn't it? Then keep the pieces that I removed off of this separate until I'm done taking it apart. Now I feel like the tear down, you know, just using a screwdriver to tear all these pieces down, that's the boring shit y'all don't want to watch. It's probably going to be the fun part for me. And then next session with it, what I think I'll do is we'll sit here and look at all the stuff that we got and see if an actual puzzle pops out in my mind. Because if it doesn't, I'll probably just use the book, build the second puzzle, solve it, and then isolate the notches and grooves and things cut out for the third puzzle, identify what those are, and then see if I can't figure out how to build it. Be gentle. Gotta be gentle. Okay, so that's... Maybe it goes in one angle. There it goes. Sitting on something though. See it's wobbling there? I think maybe... I'm just going to spread the pieces out a little bit better. Oh, this is a monster. To date, I think it is the most expensive Stickman that he retailed. Okay, cool. That's actually presentable now, even though it's solved. I'll put that on the shelf so it's just so big. Let me get it out of the way. Oh, make sure to hold it by the base. Whoa. Well, we got a couple hours in. I managed to pull a Dwemer solve, which is like, wow, yeah. So that's progress I didn't expect to make. And then Bernova will do still. But the Dwemer's got me intrigued now because we're making progress. So next time we'll get on, we'll chat some puzzle stuff. We'll talk the deals, see what's happened with some of them, and then we'll go ahead and